Good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon. Let's make sure this is all working. Perfect. Can you guys hear me all right? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. BCAN is Pumper's Paradise, just to give you a little bit of information on that. So a lot of people on Twitter talking about this, Reddit, StockTwits, you know the whole furus with this. So just be extra cautious with this setup, but it's in the demand zone. If you enter this trade, stop loss would be below the demand zone. That's simply how I would trade it. Just make it very easy. I'm gonna repeat myself probably about 1,000,000 times today throughout the stream, because I'm going to keep telling you, make trading easy. How do you make trading easy? You want to make high probability trades, meaning if a stock is in an uptrend, there is a higher probability it will continue to go up. If a stock is in a downtrend, it will continue to go down. Then from there, you can identify how to take your trade setups. I will explain more throughout. Is WTO worth entries? It is a sub $1 play. I'm not interested in it, but I will give you a quick, simple breakdown as I just mentioned. What is happening with the stock right now? We have a high, right? And we have, let's say this is a low. So at the moment, what is the overall trend, okay? Although I'm going through these candle wicks, it's just to give you an indication, but you can see what? The trend is down, bearish. Please bear in mind that this is on the 5-minute, it's not on the 1 hour, it's not on the daily. My time frame is based off here. So this would be the 10-minute. I'm only using the 5-minute. So this is based off the 5-minute. I understand larger time frames, yes, it's bullish. Okay, we have a big breakout, but I'm focusing on day trade setups. So at the moment, we are trading with the high and the low, and we're in a downtrend, right? If a stock is in a downtrend, are you going to try and take an entry? Probably not, okay, because you will probably lose. Where would be the best entry? If the trend line breaks. It's literally that simple, right? I might sound like I'm very simple when I'm explaining it, but that is how easy it is, because you know, if this goes from a bearish trend to a bullish trend, right, there is a higher probability it will continue up. At the moment, you do not know, and you have no idea what is going on. So unfortunately, I don't know what's going on here. I can just tell you that right now it is bearish. Therefore, I would not be touching this. If I'm trying to look for an entry, I would have to wait for the trend line to break or this high to break, right, which is 0.415. So that is the setup on WTO. But you can see clearly that it's run up from the news, whatever, from here to here. So it's run up 200% since news, and now it's down from the news. It is down 60%, right? So that should give you an indication. Yes, now it's down 60%. There is a possible reversal, but we don't know. How do we know when there's a reversal? When the trend breaks. That is it. Simple. Right, what else is moving? Ord. So AUD is another clear example, right? Here's the setup. What do we know what's going to happen? We don't know, right? We know that this is the high and we know that this is the low, right? We know that since this broke above this previous candle, there's a higher probability it will continue up, right? We know that this is an area of support here. What is this? 270. 272 is your area of support, right? If you are trying to look for entries, I personally would wait for a break above this level, because this is resistance. If you get a closure above this on the 5-minute, above 316, then you can look for possible entries. I won't be taking any trades during the stream, as I don't. But if it breaks above this level, there is a higher probability it will continue to go up. So 316, closure above, meaning you still have to wait 40 seconds. If this candle doesn't close above, you have to wait another 5 minutes. Patience. KULR. KULR is a sub $1 play. It was down 15% on Friday and it is up 14% today. So at the moment, let's start again. We have a high, let's say this is a resistance. Let's just use this as resistance, so 0.75 for purple. And then we will use this area as support, 0.57. So right now, we know that this is an area of resistance and this is an area of support. What do we have to do now? Identify the trend. Is the trend bullish, bearish, or is it ranging, right? At the moment, I can tell you that it is bearish. So that means that there should not be any consideration of any entry until the trend goes from bearish to bullish. So if you want to try and take entries, you need a closure above this trend line, or safe entries are above 0.75. That is how I would do it. I hope that helps. AEHL, I do like this setup a lot. However, it is bearish. I will just put this as the area of support. So here, right? So I'm not considering anything at all until we at least get above this trend line. So right now it's pretty hit or miss. You don't know, right? Is this a high probability setup to go up or down? We don't know. We know if it goes below 1.75, there's a higher probability it'll go down. We know if it goes above 1.9 or whatever this trend line is, there's a high probability it'll go up. LGVN, a bit of a messy chart at the moment, so we'll have to rechart this. So we start again. We have an area of support, which is here, 340. Area of resistance is around here, so we have a lot of resistance every time here, 429. Now we need to identify the trend, bullish, bearish, or trading in a range. It is bearish. So we need to wait for the trend line to break above, then we can look for possible entries. I use it for my entries, yes. I use 5 minute for my entries, and then whatever my entry is, I have a 5% first target and a 3% stop loss on every single trade I take, every single trade. UCAR is another example. I would even consider this a range. So we have this as your area of support. So around here, what is this? Let's say $7. Let's put this in blue as a psychological level. So, right, this is your major area of resistance at 8.73 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections. At the moment, this is obviously, look what's happening, right? It is trading within a range. So what does that mean? We don't know what is going to happen within this. This is a no trade range. When something is ranging, you don't know what's going to happen. Therefore, you have to wait for confirmation. You know, if the candle breaks above like this, right? If it breaks above like this, there is a higher chance it will continue to go up. However, if it wicks like this, right? And the body does not close above, therefore we expect it to continue to go down. The candle needs to close above. It needs to close above the previous, this resistance here. So at the moment, nothing is here. CXAI. So CXAI is low volume now. So I'll do the same thing as I do all the time. So I'm on a larger time frame here on the 4 hour because I'm able to identify the trend. Because if the 5 minute doesn't give me a clear trend, right, I'm just going to go to the 4 hour and identify, okay, what is going on with the stock? So I can identify, we can all see that this range here is resistance. So like 517 level, we can use this 525, we can use that as resistance, right? So we can put that in purple. Then we can identify this is around an area of support because every time it gets here, it seems to be pushing off. So let's say 435 around here, right, is our area of support. Now we have to identify, is the trend bullish, bearish, or ranging? We need to identify that this trend is from here to here. We can see it is in a steady uptrend, right? Meaning this stock is bullish, meaning we expect the price to keep going up. As you can see, and when you start to trade more and more, and when you notice and learn more about chart patterns and candlestick patterns, this is a bullish chart pattern, meaning this is an ascending triangle. Price should break up to the upside. Where do you enter? I would enter inside of this chart pattern. I don't enter the breakout. I don't enter below it because therefore it's no longer valid. So this is the actual price action of it right now. This is what you expect to happen. And this is what the prediction would be if I was to take this trade. Am I going to enter this? No, I don't enter trades before market open, but I'm just giving you an example, right, of this. So ascending triangle is a bullish chart pattern, meaning you expect price to break out of it. Where would entries be? Anywhere inside of the chart. That is, or this chart pattern. Do not enter below it. I don't enter breakouts. So up to you what you decide, but this is your CXAI chart. It is an ascending triangle. You don't need to know every single chart pattern because I don't either. I only know a handful of them. So I just focus on 2 or 3 setups like that. So this is an ascending triangle. ALUR. I see your messages, guys. I see your messages. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I see it. I see it. AULR. So, Sean, I think you can see this for yourself and everybody else in the Discord. What is this trend at the moment? Let's do it together. Support. Let's do this as resistance. Trend. Bearish. You can see that clearly, even more so with all the red candles. Therefore, would not even consider an entry at all on this trade. If I was to consider this, it needs to break above the trend. That's it. If it doesn't break the trend, I do not enter the trade. I'm not going to enter a trade that is bearish, right? I hope you're not in this trade, but if you are, make sure you have a stop loss. But at the moment, this trade is bearish setup. CAUD. Let's see, CAUD. Got a scalp 0.95. So I'm assuming you chase this play then. I can just see from this candle price action. But all the way in space 3 minutes. So yeah, I mean now you just have to get a large time frame, identify what's going on. So you can see that it rejected off this 0.115. I had this previously here. If it breaks above 0.115, it has more room to the upside, which is around 130. So it is still bearish. It has not broken above this trend line. I know it wicked above or whatever the news was, but just from current price action now, or most recent price action, it's ran up, rejected off 115 and come all the way down under. So that is a huge drop. I would call that a pump and dump, down 30%. I do trade before market open. I just don't do it during the YouTube sessions, that's all. Driving right now, but I thought LIFW. LIFW. So LIFW is in a bullish chart pattern. Bullish momentum at the moment. Is your key level. So I just use the 4 hours key level resistances. So we can clearly all see this, right? As opposed to most of the charts that you guys share, this one, you can see that it is in an uptrend, right? From here to here, it's respecting it. I'm going to go through this wick. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just to give you an overall indication. So what does this mean, right? Every time it gets to this trend line, it looks like a fantastic buying opportunity, right? It's done it once, twice, 3 times. Now, if it comes down to around this 120-ish level, maybe you could look for possible entries. But your next resistance level is 157. So at the moment it is a bullish chart setup. It looks good. Yeah, so I went over ALUR. Thanks, George. I appreciate it, bro. I've already gone over ORD, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so ORD, this is what I went over. I said here was the support. Here was resistance. I said if it breaks above 316, which it did here, then you could look for entries, which I'm assuming most of you did if you were listening. So it broke above here. So once that broke above, there's 3%. Next resistance level is obviously this high, which is 3, whatever that is. If this candle breaks below this low, previous low, it should continue down. However, it needs to hold $3 next. But if this breaks above this candle high, so look, this is the previous candle high, which is 331. If this current candle breaks above 331, there's a higher possibility that it will go up, right? So this needs to hold $3 to continue to the upside. Another terrible pre-market. I think pre-market's fantastic. Fantastic. So MDIA looks pretty good. The reason why I say that is, although it is in a downtrend, you can identify one thing, and that is this demand zone. This is on the 4-hour chart. It's a larger time frame due to the lack of volume. Down 21%, but it looks like it's pulling back into this demand zone, right? So demand zone here, right there. So we have a demand zone. Let's just go to 1 hour actually. So 1 hour, what's this wick? Yeah, we'll just use this whole range because this is the 4-hour candle. So we'll do this. It's looking pretty good actually. So we can see what's happened, right? We've had the run up. We've had the run up. Now where it's pulling back to in demand zone, and now it looks like it's trying to reverse. This looks very, very good. So you can see from here, we can use this, right? You can identify that, look, this was in a falling wedge. If you spotted it, well, volume's going crazy, but here was a breakout. Members in the Discord, you guys know this setup pretty well. But yeah, that's a nice setup on this. Looks very, very nice on MDIA. SMFL, why is everyone spamming SMFL? What's going on with SMFL? 32%, it's up 32%. So this is a sub $1 play. I'm not interested on it at all. So I will go to a larger time frame, identify what's going on. So everyone take a look at this. Very simple and easy, right? Support, resistance, what I go on about every single time. Where is support? This orange line. Once, twice. Now it's broken below and now it's rejecting. If this candle closes above 0.7219, then you can look for possible entries. But if you're trying to enter now, you are in a casino right now, gambling your money away. Don't know what is going to happen. You don't know. You need a closure above that, then it will go. Yep, very easy trade on ORD. Very simple. Very, 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 very simple, right? As I explain, as simple and easy as I can. I don't use RSI, I don't use MACD, I don't use any of that BS indicators. I use price action, candlesticks, and chart patterns. That's it. So it broke above here. You can see this candle closed above just about. Once it broke above, it didn't break this low. It continued to hold. This previous next candle did not break below that, but we can see that it held this level around here. Once it broke above, we can see it basically did this, broke above it, retested it, and then it pushed up. Highly recommend to take profits. If you don't, then I don't know what you're doing. But look, it broke above 316, which was that resistance I was talking about. Once it broke above it, it retested it here and it went straight up. So well done if you got in. Well done. How many of you guys got in that trade? I personally did not, but well done if you did. You were buying it exactly. You were buying a lottery ticket. Right. For those who just joined the Discord, I will send out the live trading. I will send out the intro video to you guys once I'm done this. CAD. This needs to break this downtrend ASAP. So yeah, it just needs to break above this trend line. It's trying to break this trend line. Like this. Right. This is Weeble. Here, top left, Weeble. Just Weeble desktop broker, that's it. just charting on here. High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. AHL, what's happening? I'm definitely going to keep this on watch because I just wanted to hold this level. It's big support level here. LGVN. I'm personally not interested in this play. I'm just actually going to remove it or just put it down here because this play always seems to pump and dump. It doesn't really hold its levels at all. UCAR, nothing on this. One way to find out how the volume is on a play without looking at the indicator itself is simply look at the size of the candles. If there are large candles like these, there is a lot of volume. If there's smaller candles like these, there is a lack of volume. If there's a lack of volume, then usually what will happen is the play will not respect technicals and it will probably break down. If there's a lot of volume, there will probably be a lot of momentum to the upside. BCAN. BCAN needs to hold this demand zone. This is your 5-minute demand zone. FASS, I don't care about that play. PTN, don't care about this. WTO. So WTO needs to close now. You have how long? You have, okay, this 5-minute candle's just closed. Oh, is this just opened or closed? Oh, it's just open. Okay, so you have, here's the timer. You have to wait 3 minutes and 50 seconds for this candle. If that candle breaks, if this candle closes like that, then you can enter. But at the moment, it is trying to break, right? ACB. Yeah, ACB is right here. So we can do this one very quickly. ACB's weed play. The first one that will run is probably CGC, which has been taking the lead. Front runner of weed at the moment. This should break out according to technicals with a bullish pennant. I would like one more push back to support to make it a stronger bullish pennant, but this is your current setup on CGC or ACB, sorry. So here is your bullish pennant. This is weed play. Bullish pennant. Right, what else is there? Let's push this up here. How's this NXL looking? Oh, it's not great. Ord looks fantastic. Let me get some Ord key levels. So 4 hour, let's get a look and see where the resistance levels are. So we can see here is a resistance level at 417. We can make that like this. Then your next resistance level is around here, 480. And then around here, 566. And then, wow, all the way 930, but we're not worried about that. But these are your next resistance. This is your previous resistance, which was here, 311. So these are your levels now on Ord. So I would definitely have this as top watch. It doesn't mean buy it, doesn't mean full port it now. Just mentioning that this is a possible setup that is most likely to run. But we have to wait for our setup. Nothing is guaranteed. This is heading to 210, as I mentioned earlier. Let me get this chart up. CGN. Yeah, nearly at 210 here. Big level here on OCGN. For those who are watching, add this one to your watch list as well, since it's up 11%. And it's at a key 4 hour level. GCTS, let me have a look. So GCTS 30-minute demand zone, it's broken out of this wedge. Now it's forming another wedge, falling wedge. You can see here. Actually, it's not forming another falling wedge, just downtrend. So you need to wait for that downtrend to break. So GCTS need downtrend to break. So you'll see a lot of times on the charts that I put on my Twitter, it's basically just trend lines like this, right? So you can clearly see that what if a stock is in a downtrend like this, you need to wait for it to break above. Do never try and buy a stock that is in a downtrend, right? You're going to be fighting for your life because it's probably going to keep going down. To know what the colors mean, just go onto my Twitter. Simply go to my Twitter. It's the first pinned tweet. It tells you exactly what the levels are. Orange is a support level. Yellow is support and resistance, the highs. The purple is the level you want to break for an entry, and the blue is just key resistance levels, and the white is just trend lines. Yep, ord's very strong, yeah. Ord's great. 417 is the next key level. No strong bottom. You see no wick here at the bottom? That's very bullish because it means that there was no selling pressure at all. It held this level and it just wanted to keep going up. Oh, the colors. All right. The blue is just the plays I like. Purple, I've just put, it's something that I might be watching. Orange is simply just sub $1, like under $1. And then green is just from the watch list that I put for today on Twitter and Discord. But yeah, the blue is just plays that I'm watching, the top runners this morning. And then orange is just sub $1. This is more for Hassie, these orange ones. I don't trade stocks under $1, but that's what I have there. All right, I've got to head into the Discord. I'm going to be doing a run through of the Discord for new members. So new members, if you are in here, just remember that I'll send out Google Meets link now, and we'll go through the Discord with you. So here's the link for those who want to join. Right here. Here's a link if you want to join. I do live trading every single day. So I'll catch you then if you want to. Moving forward on Twitter, as I mentioned. Okay, just for those who need some clarity, right? I mentioned I won't be sharing 1,000 stocks a day or charts a day. I'm going to be focusing on quality setups as I do in the Discord. But if I enter any trades, I alerted in the Discord with stop loss entries and targets. Just because I'm posting on Twitter does not mean I'm in the stock. 99% of the time, I will not post a stock that I'm in on Twitter because usually, I don't know, it might get shorted or something, or get manipulated. So I just stay away from that. And basically, these are 5-minute time frames. So whenever I post the chart, turn your post notifications on because the move will probably happen within a few minutes, a few seconds, right? Yes, by the end of the day or in 2-3 hours, the stock might be down 50% or it might be up 50%. So please don't write stupid comments saying, oh, it's down, right? When you know that that's a 5-minute chart. Well, if you know anything about trading, that if it's a 5-minute chart, it is usually a day trade setup, right? So I'll catch you guys in Discord. Have a great day.